Let me go ahead and get this ready and throw my notes up on the screen. Let me see here. Who already came up in here? I already got messages from 420 Jenkins and Miss Donna C between 2:30 and 3 o'clock. What's up, Mita? Hey, what's up, Amber? Yes. Justine. Oh, we got that Grim Creeper in here. We needed you the other night, Grim Creeper. You just left. There go 420. Ooh, Amber, you know we gonna talk about it. What's up, Trend? Oh yeah. If I got 10, I got 10,000. So we about to begin. Oh, Vestas. I hope I got my notes right. Okay. I got one player in the lineup. I totally forgot his name, but guess what? We gonna still shout him out. Let me go ahead and begin. Let me go ahead and change this here. All right, Vestas. So you've been tracking like I have been tracking all day long. Around 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30. The notifications just kept coming. And I know we normally don't talk about these players, but we definitely got to shout out these players because they have definitely got their money. So I want to first shout out to Trent McDuffie, to Tony Talks Vested Up. Why do you want to? You caught that, Amber. Justine. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So Trent McDuffie, we definitely want to shout out this young man. This young man is leaving the Chiefs, going to the Rams, but I want to highlight his contract. Okay. Well, y'all can still see me. I don't have one of my lights on. But this young man, he got I want to get it right, 4 years, $124 million. Tony Talks, why are you vested? Why are you bringing this up, Tony Talks? We've heard numbers like this before, but this next number I'm about to drop on you that Trent secured in his contract for 4 years, $124 million. This young man got $100 million guaranteed. In the chat, you better shout out Trent McDuffie. This young man, whoever his agent is, 4 years, 124, 100 million guaranteed. Shout out to Mr. McDuffie. You hear what I'm saying? Now, this is the one I'm going to have to dig up my notes because I totally forgot his name. But whoever he is, I'm not going to do him like that. At the end of the live, I got to go back and check my notes, but I got to shout him out. I'm shouting him out for a reason. And I totally forgot. Ooh, Lord, I totally forgot, but I'm going to come back to him. The next young man we're going to shout out, he is not a Cleveland Browns, but we definitely got to give it to him. Now, I'm surprised that the Seahawks let go their MVP. Now, Vestas and viewers, I know you probably didn't watch the Super Bowl, but I did. And I'm glad I did, because for the Seahawks to let him go, he was the MVP for the Seahawks. And they didn't even put a franchise tag on Mr. Kenneth Walker III. But you know who went on ahead and gave him that money? Oh, he going to the Chiefs. Andy Reid. I don't know what Andy Reid is doing, but he's making moves. And I think this may be his last year in terms of retirement, because he's got the Super Bowl running back. And I put this on the screen for a reason. Don't you see exactly what they need this year in terms of free agency? They need that running back. Check. They got it. They need a quarterback and a wide receiver. I'm sorry. Yeah, cornerback and a wide receiver. So Andy Reid went ahead. Messy Andy Reid, but I love you. He went on ahead and snatched up 2025, 2026 MVP, Mr. Kenneth Walker. The Seahawks was stupid. If you didn't watch that young man was rolling as a running back. You hear what I'm saying? So, hey, maybe Seahawks know something that I don't know, but that was definitely a stupid move to let go Kenneth Walker III. And hold on, did I write down his money? I ain't write down his money, but he got some money too, okay? Let's see him. Let me go ahead and do this right here. Kenneth Walker, let me see what he got. Ooh, contract. Because I know his name. He was the MVP of the Super Bowl. Here it go. 3 years, 43 million. Okay. And 28 million guaranteed. Now, do you see why I want to highlight Mr. Trey McDuffie? 4 years, 124, 100 million guaranteed. And the Super Bowl MVP only secured 3 years and $43 million, only 28 guaranteed. Do you see why I wanted to go ahead and shout out Mr. Trent McDuffie? Okay, we understanding the numbers now. Let me keep going. Walker's deal. Okay, hey, thank you. Hey, thank you, Graham Creeper. Yep, Walker's deal. Yep. Now you see why I wanted to shout out Mr. Trent McDuffie. Okay, the Seahawks was dumb and the Chiefs stole. Yes. 420. Was they smoking behind the scenes? Get that man what he worth. Hey, but guess what? He does have a Super Bowl, and he's going to another Super Bowl caliber team. And I know that Patrick Mahomes, he got injured at the end of the regular season. But you know, Patrick Mahomes, I'm assuming he's fully recovered, and he's deadly with that ball. So, hey, that's another team to watch out for this year. Let me go ahead. Hey, how you doing, Lady of Elegance? Yes. Go ahead, fellas, get that money. That's right. They owe you, brothers. There you go. Woo! McDuffie, yes. My goodness, yes. And I ain't messing with you no more, Amber. I ain't messing with you no more. All right, let's go to the next screen. Let's see what Tony Talks on dug up today, because I do got some good news. Investors and viewers, I got some bad news. I got some bad news, Vesters. At least I had already prepped you for it last night, Vesters. I prepped you last night for it at the end of the live. So I'm finna get to it, okay? But not just right now. But I gotta bring it up. And who knows, it may be at the next slide. Vesters. Oh, okay. No, it's not the next slide. Let's keep going. Here we go. So let me tell you something here. It had to be about 9 or 10 o'clock this morning with something we had already kind of heard through the grapevine. That Tua was going to be released by the Dolphins. I think I brought that up last live or 2 lives back. So guess what? This morning it officially happened. They released Tua. Now y'all already know where I'm going with this. So just hold on. And then shortly after that, we get this great news, and let's go ahead and give him out some love too. Mr. Malik Willis secured that job that Tua had in Miami. So shout out to Mr. Willis. Mr. Willis is secured for 3 years, $67.5 million. Once again, do you see why I said Mr. Trent McDuffie, whoever that agent was, they worked them numbers. 100 million guaranteed 4 years. Man, and let me keep going. Don't do it, Lady of Elegance. Don't do it, Lady of Elegance. Let me keep pushing. So shout out to Malik Willis. Do you know it was some people actually upset in Cleveland? But we ain't gonna do that. But shout out to Malik Willis. I heard when he got drafted, he was actually pretty good. What did he get drafted at? His resume skipping my mind because I got so much information in my head. But I do know he's going to go to Miami and he's going to be QB1. So regarding these personnel in Cleveland, I do have to say this. Once again, I don't think when I say that I think that some of them have a mental illness, I'm serious, for real. I really think they really do. They wanted a whole nother carousel of quarterbacks to come through this year. And there's a name that I'm going to tell you that we lost, and other names that we possibly could have received in free agency. But I'm going back to the issue that I had with Todd Monken. I think when Todd Monken did not just go ahead and say, we're going with Shedeur Sanders, he would have cemented a lot of things. And I think a lot of free agents may be hesitant in coming to Cleveland because they don't want to go through the circus no more. They don't want to go through the carousels of quarterbacks. They just want to play and win and play. And like I said, when Todd Muckers got hired, the only thing I had an issue with, why not just be a leader and say you're going with Shedeur Sanders? Do you know how many players may have wanted to come to Cleveland, but they don't want to deal with this, who's going to be the quarterback or whatever. They want to win and win, play and win. They don't want to deal with this. But I'm going to get off my soapbox. But because Todd Mucking and nobody won't commit to Shedeur Sanders, I think we're missing out on some of these excellent free agents. Okay? But I'm going to keep pushing. But shout out to Malik Willis. So all he needs is, so all Miami definitely needs, they already got the quarterback check. They just need a DB and a wide receiver. Seems like everybody need a wide receiver, including Browns, but I'm going to keep pushing, okay? I'm glad these quarterbacks dodging Cleveland. Yeah, and they already know Shedeur Sanders is there. Now, even if Todd Monkey don't want to commit, they already know that Shedeur Sanders is the quarterback at Cleveland. I wouldn't waste my time going to Cleveland anyway, but I'm going to bring up some names, right? And I think we'll just keep pushing. I bring it up. I'm a lady of elegance. I'm going to come back to your comment once I get to that part of the show, okay? All right. So of course, this is something that we talk about, and we talked about this actually for a few weeks ago, that there was rumors that Tua may be going to the Falcons, right? Of course, Michael Penix is there, right? And that we talked about that major rumor about Dylan Gabriel going to the Falcons also. So if you caught that live, I said, actually, this could be best for Kevin Stefanski and the OC. If you remember that live, please let me know. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I said that with Tua being released, going to the Falcons, he's only there for 1 year, and Dylan Gabriel coming to the Falcons, and with Penix being there, I said, actually, this was the best for the Falcons, Kevin Stefanski, and especially Tommy Rees, since he was the OC. All right, so if you forgot what I said, this is exactly why I said that Penix, Tua, and Dylan would be the perfect lineup for the Falcons. Reason being, all of these players, every last one of them I call, are left-handed quarterbacks. So why is that important? The only piece they're missing is Dylan Gabriel. And the talks on the town today, there is official trade negotiations behind the background. But the reason why this is going to help Kevin Stefanski and definitely Tommy Rees is because Tommy Rees does not have to come up with plays on the right-hand side of the field. So you remember when Dylan Gabriel started out before Shedeur Sanders, and Kevin Stefanski was still calling plays to Shedeur's left, even though he throws right, and eventually they had to come up with plays for the quarterback to go right to compensate or try to for Shedeur to benefit from their play calling. Well, see, in Atlanta, once they secure Dylan Gabriel, all the plays will be shifted to the left-hand side of the field. So all I'm just waiting on is for Dylan Gabriel, for that news to come out that it is official that Dylan Gabriel is going to Cleveland. And there still was some more rumblings on the street in Cleveland, even from KKKKK Cabot, that's what's going on. And from another podcaster that I heard when I was getting off work, they said Mary Kay Cabot is still swinging from the left or the right. She don't know what narratives to put out for Shedeur Sanders. But I told you, they all got mental issues, okay? All right. Okay, y'all do. Okay, y'all locked in. All right, let me keep pushing. So we already, hold on. So yes, Tua signed. Let's see here. Now, the only thing I haven't heard of is the amount that he's going to get for that year. But I will say this: it doesn't matter what amount Tua is going to get from Atlanta, because he walked away from the Dolphins with almost $100 million. Tua is okay. $100 million. Hold on. I know y'all got time. Hold on. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. Let me see what Tua contract is in Atlanta. 100 million between, I say easy between $80 and $90 million. Tua has walked away from Miami. So he's okay. Oh, so they gave him the veteran minimum of 1.2. So this is one year contract, 1.2. I told you Tua was okay. Now my thing about it, the only thing about Tua that I'm concerned about, hey, how you doing, Donna C? The only thing I'm concerned about Tua in Atlanta, right? Because they got to play the Buccaneers, they got to play the Saints. Who else they gonna play? The Carolinas. So depending on that O-line, and I know Tua is not my quarterback, but when we did play Tua, because Dylan Gabriel was the quarterback at the time, and Tua took some hits, and they had to take Tua out in the third quarter, near the beginning of the third quarter, mid of the third quarter, and them hits he was taking, Tua was getting up very slow. So me personally, I wish Tua would have just medically retired or just left the NFL this year. I don't like it because I know Tua's. I don't like it. So this year, I hope he protects himself. I hope they got a good line in Atlanta. I know their report card was all A's and A minuses and A pluses. So I know regarding medical staff, locker rooms, the facility, the food, all that is taken care of. But I want him to take care of his health because I do not want to see a brutal hit on Tua, and the next thing you know, I'm not reporting another. I don't want to report no more bad stories. Okay. Let's see here. Down to see. Oh, what's up, Vesta? Sherelle, right in the house. What's up, Vesta? It's been a while, but thank you for coming through because we're rolling on this Monday. All right, who is this? Cleveland as well. What's up, 420 Jenkins? Cleveland as well. Hey, put a little bit more sauce on that 420. Exactly. Yeah, I do not want to report because they playing the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers is going to come in with something to prove because that's oh gosh, what's his name? The quarterback that had an issue with Kevin Stefanski. Oh, Baker in the Tampa Bay. That is a rival game. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is very physical. They're going to be after Tua. Oh, yeah. Oh, we already know that. Hey, 420, we already talked about that, 420. We already ready for the only thing we waiting on is the date. And you may not have been in that live, but I went crazy. Yes, Atlanta is traveling to Cleveland this year. And my question in that particular live, I was just wondering what side of the ball Dylan Gabriel was going to be on, if he was going to be in a Cleveland uniform or Atlanta uniform. Hey, all we waiting for is a date. And hopefully next year, Atlanta is on Cleveland's schedule. Once again, so that means Cleveland will be traveling to Atlanta, and that'll be the only time that I visit the Atlanta Falcons stadium if Kevin Stefanski is there, okay? Oh, yeah. You may go up to Cleveland. Well, if so, Donald, please let us know. Please let us know if you go up to Cleveland and how the atmosphere is, because it's gonna be live in Cleveland. We all need together and go. It won't be in Cleveland, especially if it's gonna be a cold game. Cleveland them temperatures drop in Cleveland. I can't handle that. I'll let y'all deal with the cold. All right, moving along. All right, so this is the sad news that I want to report on, and we talked about it one of the very last segments from last night. We have lost Tyler Lindenbach to the Raiders. Y'all remember what I brought up yesterday over here last night about who had money? The Tennessee Titans had about $94 to $100 million on the table. Las Vegas had over 86. Chargers had over 84. The Jets had over 73. And the Washington Commanders had about $69 dollars on the table. So we've lost Tyler Lindenbach to the Raiders. So he will not be on the center for Shedeur Sanders, but he would be on the center for Mendoza. That's if they pick Mendoza, okay? So we've lost Tyler Lindenbach. So Malik Bell, we got to get a left tackle. We have to get a left tackle. Even though we just got to get a left tackle. The reason why I'm bringing up a left tackle, so you remember last night when I was going over Max Crosby, and I said Max Crosby was secured by the Baltimore Ravens, and I said I had to look up to see what side of the ball that Max Crosby comes from. He comes from that left-hand side, which is Shedeur Sanders' blind side. So we need to go ahead and secure that left tackle. We have secured, and that's going to be the good news. I'm going to wait for that. All right, let's see here. I live 10 minutes down. Okay, 420. Where, in Atlanta or Cleveland? No, Donna. See, this year it'll be Cleveland, but next year, hopefully, if Cleveland and Atlanta has are on each other's schedule, it'll definitely be in Atlanta since they was home this year. Cleveland have to go visit Atlanta as the visiting team. We need to take the devil. The devil is a lie, Sherelle, right? Listen, Vesta, you haven't been here. Why don't you come in here with that crazy stuff? I am not taking a trip to Cleveland, especially in the winter. And the way that their facility is, they got the family members out in the tent. So I can only imagine what the stands look like. And the building is old. It is an old facility. So hold on. So you know what, Sherelle, right? I'm glad you're in here because it brought back something to my mind that I wanted to discuss with the Vestas a few weeks ago when we was going over report cards. Now, I really thought that the Cleveland Browns Berea Stadium was old, right? That building is only 15 to 20 years old and had all them issues. Locker room a negative F. No room for the families. Never mind. I don't know who agreed to that design, but that building is only 15 to 20 years old, and it has all those issues. But thank God it's not infested with any insects, and it doesn't have any plumbing issues, but it definitely has some issues that it needs to be addressed, okay? 420, damn. Sherelle, right? Not to Cleveland. Who you got for the draft? What's up, Black Star Media? Number 6, O-line. If we don't get, okay, so good question. So if we don't secure a veteran or a free agent on that left tackle side, we definitely got to get a left tackle. We have to secure a left tackle number 6, and I'll be okay with a wide receiver at number 24. So that's my answer. Now, if we have to get a rookie, so let's just say we can't secure a good left tackle, we have to get a Malik Bell. Fano is not going to do it. Fano is not going to do it because his arm is too short. So he has to be an interior guard. And based off somebody that we did pick up today, he's already secured that left guard position. So that means that really the Cleveland Browns is not even looking at Fano, y'all. They're not looking at Fano. If the left guard has already been secure, because he didn't have the arm lead for a left tackle, that means that they're not even looking at Fano. So I'm gonna say is since Malik Bell has already had a visit with the Cleveland Browns, that's a possibility. But we also got to remember we're number 6. And remember when I went down the order from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there were several other teams out there that needed an O-line. And a lot of them could be looking at that same left tackle. So we shall see. But that's my guess. Donald C. I'm down no matter where they play. Hey, let me know. Oh, you're in Cleveland. Okay. All right, 420. You was giving me vibes of Atlanta, but okay. Okay, well, guess what? I'm definitely going to need some input whenever you go to the game. I'm definitely going to need some input. I can't do that code either, Tony. I mean, I could do it, but I wouldn't prefer it. And I heard it drops in Cleveland deep. It's not as bad as Chicago Bears, but it drops deep. I heard 12 getting number 2. The number 2 jersey? I don't know. I don't know. I think Shador Sanders is going to stick with 12. I think he's going to stick with 12. Yeah, Shador. Yeah, Sherrera, right? Yeah, I'll be looking just like that in the cold. Hey, immediately behave, okay? All right, Crosby. Crosby will line up on both sides, regardless. We do need to tag. Well, I didn't know he flips like that. Now, the guard that we have secured, he is able to rotate, switch back and forth. But from what I Googled, Crosby, if that's the case, if he ever gets on that right edge, I already know that Titus Howard, it would be a fight on that side because Titus Howard was brought in just to manhandle and manhandle anybody that's coming there to Shador Sanders' right-hand side as that pass rusher. So Titus Howard already got that right side locked down. We just need to secure somebody on that left-hand side, okay? And thank you, Chris. When you cheat, that's what you get. Remember, they're not being there for no reason. This is what happened when we're dealing with cheap owners. That's billionaires and being cheap. And that's why they filed a grievance with the NFL so that those report cards are no longer blasted. But I'll say we as the fans or the players need to put pressure on them because they're the one that's actually working in those conditions. And we shall see. Barry just got some O-line, 12 need Brady O-line. Black Star, we finna touch on that. 12 need Brady O-line. Well, Tom Brady and the Raiders didn't have no O-line last year. Now they did, like I said, they just acquired Tyler, but they don't have no O-line. That's why Geno Smith was getting beat up like that. And I have not heard anybody picking up Geno Smith as of now as a backup. So we got to keep watching for that. I'll be watching the game on TV, but I would like to go to this. Let me tell you a lady of elegance. I had a Vesta do some research last night and they hit me on my Gmail and the prices they asking for that game between Colorado and Georgia Tech, and it was almost sold out. But I'm prices. What? I went to the Falcons game last year when they was paying Carolina just to see Jimmy Horn, and those prices for the Falcons was cheaper than the game against Colorado and Georgia Tech. Woo! We talking. They was asking some $400, $500, $600, and we didn't even talking about the sideline seats for the Georgia Tech Colorado game. We probably all would be watching from the TV when Brady won the championship. Oh, well, yeah, of course. Yes. That's of course. And that's what Andrew Berry plans on building up around Shador Sanders. But yes, most definitely. That's why Tom Brady had 139,000 seconds back there just sitting in that pocket because he had that O-line. So, yeah, I agree with you. You called it Titus Howard. We got the right tackle locked. Ooh, what's up, Alexander? Hey, I remember you from last week. Hey, welcome back. Donna C. Wow. Yeah. So let me keep pushing. So now here's the bad news. And I know this player, Andrew Berry, was definitely when Denzel Ward and Deshaun Watson restructured. There was an article that I read, and it wasn't factual at that time, so that's why I didn't report it. But I definitely got to report this now. This particular player that I'm going to put on the screen, Andrew Berry, was doing everything that he could to lock down this player. It was the Cleveland Browns, and we have lost him. Once again, he's going to the Chicago Bears, just like Joe Tyrone Sinyoka did. He's left us. All right, Vessels, I hate to report this, but we have lost Mr. Devin Bush. Devin Bush has been offered by the Chicago Bears 3 years, $30 million. He's 27 years old, and I think he's going to get about 21 guaranteed, 20 to 25 guaranteed. So we have lost Devin Bush. And Devin Bush was also a prior first rounder. And last year, he had a total of 124 tackles, and he was the only defender in the NFL in 2025 to have 2 pick sixes. And we lost Devin Bush. I know Andrew Berry wanted to keep him. He did everything in his power to keep him, and I don't know. But y'all know, even though we got 25 million on that table, I guess we just didn't have enough. So Devin Bush is gone, y'all. Let's see. Andrew Berry better be doing some praying. Wow. I can't watch running mouth. I know that's the truth. Yeah, I'll be watching for the TV too. Yeah, we lost him. Devin Bush is gone. Devin Bush is gone. And as you see, that was an update at around 3 o'clock. And that's why for this week, at least till Wednesday, I'm gonna have to do later lives instead of 5:45. Vestas 5:45 live to 7, so I can catch all of the news and bundle everything up into one show. But we lost. Gosh. I didn't want to see him go. I didn't want to see him go. I didn't want to see him go. God, I did not want to see him go. Woo! I didn't want to see him go. Man, nobody wanted to see him go. Do you see this right here? I got this off of X from the Dogs, a Cleveland Browns broadcast. They said this one sucks. The Bears are signing linebacker Devin Bush to a 3-year, $30 million deal. Even they was really hoping that the Browns could bring him back after 2 great seasons in Cleveland. That was a steal. Ooh. Hey, but guess what? So going back to my main talking point probably about 10 minutes ago, nobody wants to go through that. I'm not going to call it a circus, but going through that thing about who is the quarterback for this year? Who's the Brown quarterback one? Nobody wants to deal with that. And I think this is what I was alluding to. I think that's why Devin Bush left. Of course, I'm assuming, but this is probably also another factor. Why sit on this team after going through what he went through and all the other players went through in 2025 around this quarterback? They need to go ahead and just say Shedeur Sanders is going to start because we lost Devin. Ain't no telling other players, potential players may want to come to Cleveland and they may not going to come because who wants to deal with a carousel of quarterbacks? So let's go ahead and put this out here. I did some more homework, Vestas. All right, let's see who else. Who else is on the chopping blocks or potential chopping blocks or who is definitely considered free agents this year? Let me go ahead and put it on out here so you can see it. All right. So we got Ford. He's the running back. So this is Cleveland Browns current free agents. That's oh no, running back oh no, he's on there too. Running back Trayvon Williams. No. Okay, so if you didn't watch the Super Bowl, if you remember how Trayvon Williams was running in those couple games that he played, Kenneth Walker III, they have very similar running styles. They can run you over because they're blocked up, they're squared, and they're full of muscles. Oh no, I didn't see this before. So we got running back Jerome Ford. Oh, running back Williams. Wide receiver Carter, tight end David Njoku, so he's a free agent. Offensive tackle Conklin, need to go. Offensive tackle Cornelius Lucas. Matter of fact, this list is not updated because we already know that they released Lucas a couple days ago. Because I didn't even know we had a Lucas on the team, so he's already gone. Robinson, big baby Cam Robinson. The big baby Cam Robinson. He's going to retire. I don't think nobody's going to pick him up the way he flops. Joe Bettino. You already know the package deal that I want to give Atlanta with Dylan Gabriel just to make it sweet. But Joe Bettino, he's a free agent. Jenkins is a free agent. Guard Wyatt Taylor, free agent. So if you pay attention, all of these offensive line members, they're very old. They're already in their 30s. So I don't think they're going to get picked up. And then you got the center, Pollock, You got the edge, Thomas. You got the linebacker, Shelly Harris. Linebacker, Baker. Yeah, see this list. Bush is already gone. And then you got cornerback, Emerson. You got a safety, Jenkins. And you got a punter, Rodriguez. So, yeah. All right. So the little bit of good news I do have to report. Let me go back to the chat real quick. Andrew Berry may be looking at Caleb Downs at number 6. Is he a left tackle? I need to see whoever he's looking at at number 6 needs to be a left tackle. Now, we better not pick up no safety. Understand that? No, 420. No, 420. That's a safety. No. No. That's a safety. Cleveland, building that stadium, they better have something to fill it with. Well, yeah, that's true, and that's why they keep it. Okay, yeah. No. That's a linebacker, Alex. We need that O-line first. And yes, I would take any one of the Styles, brother, but those are linebackers. If Shiloh Sanders, which I did check today, he has not posted today. So Shiloh has been ghost for the last 13 days. So 9 times out of 10, he's working out with another team, and hopefully that news comes down this week. But regarding the Styles brothers, if Shiloh does not come into the NFL this year, that means that the Styles brothers will be the 401st brother set that plays in the NFL together. That's what I was thinking about Styles. Yeah, but we need an O-line. I love them. Yeah, I love them too. We have 2 number picks and just I'm finna get to it. Trust me, Alexander. I'm finna get to it. But he's not a defensive, but he's not a left tackle. I already did the homework on him. He's not a left tackle. I would say if Andrew Berry goes ahead and get a veteran left tackle, just like he picked up Titus Howard, I would be okay with them using number 6 and 24 as a wide receiver or safety, whatever they need. But if we don't get one in free agency, we have to pick up a rookie left tackle. He can play the whole field. Yeah, but I don't think he can be on that line. He fast, but he don't have the weight to be on that line. Those Styles brothers are only about two something. We need some 300 big bodies up there. Didn't I say Malik Bell is 346 pounds, and Titus got some weight on it too? We need a thick line. Oh, all right. So let me go ahead to this last slide. And this is what everybody been talking about. Yes, the Cleveland Browns in the last hour of today. And then y'all see, I think I got this about 3:49 today, around 4 o'clock, a little bit after 4 o'clock. We did go ahead and secure. Now they saying that this is Wyatt Taylor's replacement. I thought he was Wyatt Taylor, because Pollock was the center. But yeah, this is Wyatt Taylor replacement. So 9 times out of 10, Wyatt Taylor is going to retire or get an offer somewhere else. But welcome Zion Johnson to Cleveland. Okay, so this is that left guard. This is the left guard. We need that left tackle. So he's joining the Cleveland Browns for 3 years. Well, 3 years, $49.5 million. I'll take that. And guess what? He was also a first rounder. So Titus Howard was a first rounder. We got a new left guard. That's a first rounder. So, hey, Andrew Berry is going in the right direction. We just need that left tackle, that right guard, and that solidified center. Because we already got the tight end over there lined over on the left or the right, and that's Fannin. So, yeah, there we go, Vestas. Yeah, 244. I've never seen an O-line, maybe in high school, but in NFL, that's kind of lightweight to me. But I will say this. How many pounds is Crosby? Because we would need a left tackle to secure and hold down that left side. Let me see how many pounds that Max Crosby weighs, because that's who they would be defending. Let's see. 255 pounds. That's Max Crosby weight. Well, we'll see who they pick. We'll see who they pick, Vestas. Yeah, 6'5". We'll see. But he don't have the weight. He don't have the muscles as Max Crosby. Max Crosby got that man weight. Sonny Styles and his brother, they still need to develop it to their man body. That's the only thing I'm saying. You got to hit strength and weight with strength and weight. That's all I'm saying. I like Finn and he dives for the ball. Me too. I love that tight end. If Andrew Barry can pick up another tight end this year with the skills of Fannin, I'll be very happy. I'll be very happy, y'all. So Vestas, that's it. I didn't hold you that long tonight. That's all I got throughout the day. I want to find out who was that young man. This just came out. This actually just came out about an hour ago. The Cleveland Browns have added veteran linebacker. So I guess they're replacing Bush with this particular gentleman. The Browns are signing former Jets All-Pro linebacker Quincy Williams to a 2-year deal worth $17 million. This is being reported that this is a massive pickup for the Browns. All-Pro linebacker Quincy Williams. So there it is. I hope we get this. So we got this Williams. I hope we get to keep the other Williams. All right, let's see here. So here's some notes regarding Pro Bowler linebacker Quincy Williams from the Jets. He turns 30 in August. He became known as one of the fastest linebackers in the league as he emerged as an All-Pro in New York. He only missed 4 games. Well, I guess last year he missed 4 games with a shoulder injury, was demoted briefly upon his return. Okay, Quincy Williams. So there we go. I guess we got a 1-for-1. We lost Devin Bush. Now we picked up a Quincy Williams. Okay. Let's see here. Yes, you do a whole. Yes, you do. I was wondering when they listen. Yes, I think they're just trying to work out the logistics of the trade. There's so much rumors and talks in Cleveland. The only thing that needs to happen is just to sign the paperwork. They're gonna get them right though. I hope so. And wow, yeah. So that's it, Vestas. Hold on. Let me see if there's anything else that came down. Okay. When's the draft? Did you see the picks? Did you see the pick with 12 and Bobby Hands Judy? So the draft is the 23rd, 24th, and 25th of this April. So it's the 23rd to the 25th. And I'm definitely going to be doing that live. So either you're going to see me happy or you're going to see me hoop and holler in terms of draft picks. Even for the Cleveland Browns and for the teams that I know we got to play against this year, and definitely the ones in our division, the Steelers, the Bengals, and the Ravens. Did you see the pick with 12? No. What type of pick? Black Star Media. And Bobble Hands Judy. Oh yes. Oh yeah. We already talked about Jerry Judy over here. We already talked about Jerry Judy. Yeah, we already know he's just a Jag. Yeah, we been saw that. We saw that 12. We saw that Black Star Media. Yeah, we definitely saw that. All right, Vestas. So y'all know I'm gonna travel tomorrow, actually. But I will be back tomorrow if something significant happens. And we go ahead and secure that left tackle, or if I get any news regarding Shiloh or even Dylan Gabriel, I definitely will come back and report on that, because you know how I feel about that. Kevin Stefanski needs to rescue that young man and rescue him quick, because if they do pick up a quarterback, let's say as a backup to the backup, Dylan Gabriel is going to be on that practice squad. He would not be QB 1, 2, or 3. So let him play with it. But Kevin Stefanski need to go in and do right. I'm glad you brought him up. A lot of people is talking about that. This is who this player right here, Mike Evans. Thank you for bringing it up. This is Mike Evans in that red uniform. That was a player that everybody thought that the Cleveland Browns actually had some interest in. And Mike Evans went to, there you go, 3 years, $60 million contract. That's why I brought him up. Look at Willis. So Malik Willis probably got the same. He did get the same thing, but a little bit more. 3 years, 67 million. But some of those other players like Devin Harris, he only got 3 years and 30 million. There it is. That's why I brought him up. Hey, Evelyn. Hey, you come in here at the right time, but we already done with the whole entire lineup, Evelyn. So you got to go back and watch the replay. Watch the replay. We talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly this today, and it was definitely a lot of ugly. But hopefully by Wednesday or tomorrow, we got some more good to discuss. Do you think? No, they have already re-signed him. He's going to start his 14th year in the season. He's going back to the Chiefs. Yep. I would love to. I'm going to say there's two I definitely want to have a podcast with. But for me, I want my channel to be a lot bigger, so it feels like when I'm coming to the table, I'm bringing my audience too, where I don't feel like where I'm just a baby channel coming to the table, and I'm trying to how can I say, I guess get some of their audience or whatever. I want to come to the table with the same amount of boots, big boots that they have on, same side of boots that they have on. Now, some of these podcasters, they already in the thousands. So I would say at least 5,000. But it's two people I definitely want to link up with. Of course, I want to link up with What She Said Sports, and I want to link up with that's my boy Colin, for Life of Football. I love his spirit. I love Colin. And What She Said Sports. So there's two people in the future I definitely want to hook up with. And yes, I have been thinking about a call-in question and answer, but I'm kind of scared because sometimes I get trolls over here, and I don't want them to call in and say certain things on the live, and I'll be getting hit with strikes, depending on what they want to talk about. So, but I am thinking about providing a number maybe next month where you could call and leave your comment, and I could play your comments on the live after I screen the voicemails and everything. Well, yeah. So if you want to do just hype up the videos. Just definitely hype up the videos. And if you have any friends, so if you definitely want to do something for the channel, tell your friends about me. Just tell them to subscribe, because at the beginning of this live, I'm only down 36 now subscribers to make it to 1,000. And once I hit 1,000, YouTube will need to do what it needs to do with this channel. So if you want to do anything for me, if you know any friends that love sports or just like to hear people talk about sports, hey, just recommend my channel. If you want to do something, that's your donation. Recommend my channel to others. That's it. I'll hype up the video. Yeah. But that's it, Best. That's it. Okay, I haven't hit an hour yet. Let me see something real quick. That shouldn't hurt him. That shouldn't hurt him. We talked about that in another live. That should not hurt him. Shiloh has a lawsuit on it. So, Besters, I'll be back tomorrow if there's something significant that happens. If not, I would definitely be back on Wednesday. Wednesday with more news, more updates, and hopefully by then, or I know by then, everybody will be signing contracts. So today we got a small taste of the blitz. Okay. Now, I am going to leave you on this. Regarding Tyler Lindenbaugh, and I heard this from Shannon Sharp, and I heard this from other articles. Regarding Tyler Lindenbaugh, it was another team that wanted him really, 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 really bad. Besides the Raiders. Well, let me go ahead and put him back up. Besides the Raiders. And do you know what team wanted Tyler Lindenberg, but Tom Brady said no. It was the Patriots. So you remember how I said that Tom Brady got upset because Shedeur Sanders had gave Mike Vick all of the credit and saw him as a mentor, and I said that Tom Brady probably got mad because Shedeur Sanders was highlighting Mike Vick and not him. Well, it's also known across the league that Tom Brady does hold personal vendettas against anybody that crosses him. So they said that Tom Brady was never, ever, ever going to give Tyler Lindenberg up to the Patriots because of that personal vendetta that he has against the Patriots. And I conclude my show with that. The reason why Tom Brady didn't pick up Shedeur Sanders last year, because he had a personal vendetta against Shedeur Sanders because he highlighted Mike Vick last February and not Tom Brady. And there you go. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I'll see you tomorrow or Wednesday, but definitely Wednesday. Okay, Vesters? Until next time. I'll talk to you later, Vesters. Let me go ahead and close out properly. Thank you, Vesters. Thank you, Vesters. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay, yeah, that was it. Thank you. Thank you for 20.